Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here to do the second video on this very special double header, and this is a request from me. Now, I listened to the album, the band is Yelvik. They released their debut album this year, Welcome to Hell. So I've listened to the album, I did an album review, I've never seen this video, but I've heard the song.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to be introduced to this band, because as me, you're a big fan of Vikings, of Norsemen, the TV show, of anything that involves that Viking mythology,
Yeah.
if you will. And this album is made up of different Viking myths. Each song is a different myth, a different story. There's a different character, and it's all about Vikings. So when this album came to my hands, I thought this was going to be like a folk Viking metal album, and it was not. But it's very interesting, it's very good, it's very different. And if you like mythology, if you like Vikings, if you like the whole history of those people, I almost feel like you have to listen to this band.
Well,
you have to.
Thank you for saying that, because now I'm going in with no expectations, because I was expecting it to be kind
Folky.
of... Folky, yeah.
There's still some folk elements in it, but it's not like you're going to be listening to the Norwegian version of Korpiklani. That's not what
Okay.
you're getting, okay? So erase that from your mind and go in with a clean slate.
Okay.
All right? Now, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right. Since I had heard the song, I've heard the album, I'm going to let you go first. What do you think?
Oh, that's a take on Viking-themed metal that I haven't heard before.
So before you continue, let me say this. This, in my opinion, this band is what would sound like if Lemmy was Norwegian, Motorhead played black metal, and talked about Vikings. That's pretty much like, this is like blackened rock and roll.
Yeah.
With some Motorhead inspiration behind
vocals,
behind it, vocally and musically behind it. And
I was thinking that it's very,
from Norway.
I was thinking that it's very rock and roll feel, but it does have a little bit of a darkness to it.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of black metal in it, but at the same time, it's very rock and roll driven.
It's like blackened rock and roll.
Yeah, blackened rock and roll. Like I said, if Lemmy was Norwegian and he singed about Vikings and Motorhead played black metal, that's. I mean, in a nutshell, that's what you're getting with Yelvik. That's exactly what you're getting.
I like it.
Now, did you like it?
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the music video. We gotta touch on the music video. But did you like the song?
Yeah.
For the glory of hell.
Yeah. I love that. Oh.
Go forth and kill. I love that. I mean, the lyrics are amazing.
It's not just that. It's just that whole rock and roll vibe. It sounds really nice. The vocals and everything. It sounds really good with the whole rock and roll feel. And I've never. I don't think I've heard many times or at all. Viking inspired stuff with more of a rock and roll feel. Usually it's like folk or like death metal or melodic death metal, but not
or
much,
just pure black metal.
Or just pure black metal. So it's cool to see this, and
it's kind of a hybrid.
Yeah, I'm hooked.
The whole album. If you like this song, you're gonna like the whole album because the whole album is like this, right? In each song is a different story, but they're all Viking stories. They're all Viking myths. So each song, it's a different take on one of those myths. So if you like Vikings and you like this sound, this album is for you. I really love this album. I think the album is so hooky. Not necessarily in a hooky kind of. I don't think the album was designed to be hooky. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he's trying to be radio friendly with the album. It's just the way the songs are put together with the lyrics. Like, you listen to this song, are you going to tell me for the rest of the day you're not going to be like, go forth and kill for the glory? When I listened to this song for the first time, I couldn't stop saying those words.
I just have the riff.
I'll be like walking around the. I'm telling you, when I listened to this song, this is all I was saying. Like, it didn't matter what I was doing. I was doing the laundry. Go forth and kill. It's just it stays with the
you.
simplicity that it has makes it
hooky. It goes into your brain.
It stays there. Now, let's talk a little before we talk about the video. Let's talk a little bit about the music behind it, not just the lyrics, but the music behind it. A couple of things. The sound, the riff. After the chorus, the riff that comes right after the chorus, it almost sounds like it was recorded in a live setting. It feels so raw, so gritty. It doesn't seem like it was recorded in the studio. It feels like it's a jam session. Like, you know, let's, like, what do you want to do? I don't know, just get started with something. Yeah. Okay, and then you play that. Wow, that sounds good. Then the drummer comes in and whatever, and then you press record and that's it. Like, it has that kind of feel.
Yeah.
Even the sound when it comes across, how gritty the guitar is, it almost sounds like it's been recorded in a live setting.
The whole song just sounds raw.
It has that nature to it. It's very gritty.
It has that intensity too.
It has a little. It has that black metal fragrance to the way the sound is coming across, but it's not coming across as a black metal song. It's coming across as a pure rock and roll song.
Yeah.
But it has the fragrance, the atmosphere of a black metal track. It just sounds rock and roll. But black metal has a lot of rock and roll in it. So it's not like these are two worlds completely apart. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. If you're listening really careful, after the chorus is finished, the sound of the guitar, it almost like, I know it's not happening, but I could almost hear people talking in the background. It has that grit to it. It has that rawness to it. It sounds like it's recorded live. Like every time I listen to this song, I feel like, are there people talking in the background? Like, it sounds like there's people talking in the background, and I love it. The almost the impurity of it. It's not overly produced. It's not like overly cleaned. And I think when you're putting something like this together with this kind of topic, this kind of lyrics, you need that almost like natural feel to it. It needs to feel more organic.
Yeah.
And it does that. What did you think of the guitar solo?
Oh, I mean, I feel like it just matched everything that was already going on in the song. It just kind of
Goes on for days too.
it does go on for a long time, but I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. It shouldn't just be like some short. Just give it to me straight. No, it has
Just a tip. No, it has to go all the
no.
way.
It has to go all the way in. Balls too.
Yeah, balls deep.
Yeah.
Has to be balls deep.
Yeah. I felt like it just had everything behind it, everything that was already part of the whole vibe of the song. It just kind of continued through the solo.
I think the solo plays two important roles. I agree with you, but I think the solo plays two important roles. One is that it extends the song.
Yeah.
If the song without the solo, it would be really short. And then it would take away from how hooky and how catchy it is because it would be so short. It would almost be put together from a construction perspective, almost like a punk song. And I think, in my opinion, that would have made the song too short and not memorable. You have to find this fine balance between not being too long and it becomes repetitive and not being too short and then you kind of like skip through it. So I felt the solo extended the song just enough to make the song be catchy, be hooky, but not overbearing.
That's why it played well into the song.
Well, exactly. And then the other side of it is the way it was played. It also had that rock and roll, that live jam.
It didn't really change up everything of the song. It kind of just kept going.
It kept the momentum of the track. It kept the same atmosphere the track had. And to go with what I was saying, which is that live feel, it reminded me of when you're at a show and the lead singer wants to go for a drink. And the guitar player comes on the solo, but doesn't play the solo like the solo is in the studio. He goes a little bit over the top. A perfect example, Ghost. When we go see Ghost, and the guitar player takes a solo, and then they start dueling back and forth with that solo.
And then
right?
they extend it every time.
It extends this, yeah. And every time you see them, it's going to be slightly different because depending on how they're playing it at that specific moment. But it extends the song, and it kind of gives everybody else a break. Yeah. And then it's just a guitar player improvising and doing the solo. This solo kind of had a little bit of that feel, a little bit of an improvisation feel to it. It didn't feel like, I'm not saying that the solo was improvised, but the way it comes across, the flavor that it gives to the song, the atmosphere that it gives to the track, it plays off with the whole vibe of this live session feel to it. It feels improvised. It feels something like, you know, I start playing the solo and then I got carried on with it and it's like, oh, I'm really enjoying this part. Oh, let me do this one more thing here.
I don't want to stop right now. Let me keep going.
And that's how it is. Okay, now we recorded it. Sounds good. Let's go with it. It kind of has that feel. It has a feel like, and then if you're playing this song live, then you can really also improvise with the solo a little bit. Yeah. There's a little bit you can do with it. You have a little bit
it's already a long solo, so you can kind of...
Yeah, you have room to maneuver.
Yeah.
It gives you an opportunity to be creative during that period of time of the song. But I felt like it was perfect. The length, the sound, it matched everything else that was happening.
It didn't really change the song too much.
No, it didn't change the feel that the track had. It just made it longer.
It just extended the track.
It just extended the track. One more thing before we talk about the video is, what do you think about the vocals?
I like them. I mean, it kind of goes with the whole, you know, rock and roll vibe, and you're right. He kind of has that lemminess to him.
There's a little bit of
it's just the graspiness.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that rough edge, which goes with everything else.
Yeah, the song is a perfect puzzle.
This song is all the pieces are in the right place.
Yeah.
And everything is falling into the perfect order of things, you know? Now, the video is interesting because it's uncensored, and I know why it's uncensored. I mean, there's dicks and tits everywhere. Yeah. So,
not everywhere.
Oh, almost every other scene, there's a naked chick, and there's... I don't know if it was Odin or not, but there was a dude there, like, with his fucking dick on fire. His bush was on fire. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The burning bush.
He had the... Hey, there's Canaston for that. So, you know, I'm not really sure... what to say about the video besides that I really enjoyed it, and this is something that would be perfect for Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The animation, everything kind of could have been like an Adult Swim cartoon.
100%, but I felt the animation had a little bit of a He-Man vibe. Oh, I totally had a little bit of a He-Man vibe. Oh,
it was too blocky to be more of a... No. I don't know if it would be more He-Man.
To me, the whole thing had a little bit of a
but you're right, vibe. It does have like a Adult Swim type of
feel
cartoon
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it though. I thought the cartoons was amazing.
Yeah, it was badass.
I'm a big fan of nudity. I don't care if it's real nudity or cartoon nudity. Hey, listen, when you're over the age of 40, you'll take any nudity that comes your way. You know what I mean? I'm even the dude with the burning bush. I was a little disappointed. I think there was some shrinkage. He must have gone into cold water before. because there was definitely some shrinkage. For a guy that tall, the appendix was a little short. But I'm not judging. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not judging. I mean, teach his own. You know, it's not like I'm Lexington Steele. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just.
You're not Peter North.
I'm not Peter North, definitely. Or Seymour Butts. I'm none of those guys. But what I'm saying is, I was a little bit disappointed considering the size, the stature. He's a Viking, for God's sakes. Give the man a little bit more to work with. That's all I'm saying. After all, you're burning his bush. Like, give him something to work with. Give him a bigger hose. That's all I'm saying. To put out the fire, like a bigger hose.
Your brain works different, dude.
Why? Like I see things that other people don't see.
No, you see them, but instead of just forgetting about it and just moving on.
I stick with it.
You stick with it, yeah.
Yeah, I can't just move past it.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of nudity in cartoons, I don't know what happened, but on Twitter now I'm getting all these advertisements for nudity, like manga porno cartoons. Like, does Twitter know something about me that I'm not sure of? Like, what's going on?
That's why I don't use Twitter.
I was like, what the hell? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I clicked on it because it said like my stepmother is looking at me weirdly, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder why she's looking at you weirdly. I need to find out more about this stepmother. What's wrong with her? Now I'm getting like these freaking commercials left, right, and center.
Well, yeah, because if you click on one, they're gonna, if you don't click on it, they'll slowly disappear. But if you click on it,
I know, but the story seems so appealing. Like, what's wrong with this poor guy that his stepmother is looking at him strangely?
You're not even there for the porn anymore. You're just there for the story.
I was there for the storyline.
Yeah. The storyline is usually the best part.
But I must say the cartoons are very interesting. They're very gripping. They get a hold of you. You know. So, anyways, I really enjoyed the cartoons. I really enjoyed the video, and I really love this song. And if you enjoyed this song, if you enjoyed this video,
I'll check out the album.
Check out the album.
Yeah.
Yelvik, I can put it on your phone because I have the album. I got it from Nuclear Blast for review. It's their debut album. It's really fun record. It's great tracks, and if you like this blackened rock and roll vibe, it's a 10 out of 10. I mean, there's only 10 songs, so it's definitely 10 out of 10.
It's definitely 10 out of 10. Okay.
So it's definitely 10 out of 10. All right, guys. On that note, come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.